Okay, well, let's
just in case.
talk about some more depressing things if you'd like. A little bit
Yeah,
undepressing.
let's get off of the depressing off-topic Mike stuff and get to something lighthearted like Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes.
Hello, listeners. Welcome to our mini show, which is a shorter, usually, version of our longer show where we talk about TV shows we're watching and
Yeah.
typically pick the next movie we're going to watch, but we're doing a Saw retrospective. So we reviewed the first one already,
Yay,
which
Saw
means the next one is the
Tuesdays.
second one. So
Yeah. Crazy.
we're we're probably going to go in release order. So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. If that is helpful, because
Although
Saw 3D can throw you for a loop.
doing it in chronological order might be fun to point out
Whoa.
continuity errors I don't know what.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
how
my
come
gosh.
Saw 10, which happens right after Saw 1, it looks like Tobin Bell aged 20 years.
Yeah, that's yeah. And like also, yeah, I would say that nobody looks that great. So how crazy that he didn't get his surgery, but yet he's looks so youthful in the next movie. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Uh yeah. So the show we are currently indulging is Fall of the House of Usher, which came out, I think, while we couldn't talk about
Yeah.
WGA projects because of the writer's strike. So we're a little behind, but we're not scabs, so that's why.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that anyone gives a shit what we review. It just I feel good about it.
Yeah, personally, our consciences are clear. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, Fall of the House of Usher is a limited series. I've noticed we've moved away from the term mini series and I've started using the term
Yeah.
limited series.
Limited.
And I'm glad because I feel like people are respecting the limited
Yeah.
factor of it. I remember very early in the podcast, I was talking about how the art of the mini series has died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think I was watching Big Little Lies at the time, which is a phenomenal limited series if you just watch the first season.
I
But then
like
they
that one.
decided to do a season two.
Yeah, they
I'm
did.
just, why?
I know, that
Uh,
was real bizarre. I agree. I didn't like
yeah.
that. It was good, but didn't need
So
it.
one thing I appreciate about Flanagan is he is committed to keeping his shows limited series. He's
Yeah.
not gonna tack on a second season. Let's talk about some of the there are 8 episodes in this limited series, released on Netflix in October 2023, and each episode is either directed by Flanagan or Michael Fimognari. Fimognari. I'll learn to say it next week.
Wait, what is the word? Uh, f-
It's Fimognari.
wait, I'm
Let's
so sorry.
let
I
this.
like zoned out. Wait.
His name is Michael Fimo.
Oh, a man's name.
I am
Okay, wait.
feeling.
Fall
Yes,
of the House of
I'm
Usher
feeling.
mini.
His name. He was born in Pittsburgh. How do I say this?
Uh,
Teach me your
is
native
he's in the
tongue.
show?
No, he's one of the directors.
Oh, a director. Fimignari? Fimignari.
Mignari?
He's from Pittsburgh.
Mignari.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I clicked on his name to see
Fimo.
if they had a phonetic spelling, which I need
Oh, I
Wikipedia to
would.
put phonetic spellings on
Yeah, I
celebrities'
agree.
profiles because
Pittsburgh.
that's what helps me read
Interesting.
them. I can listen to the name 1,000 times, but when I see the world's word spelled out, my
Yeah.
brain ruptures. Uh,
That's cool. Just say it, and the G is
and
silent, so just say Feminari. Feminari.
Minari,
Yeah.
Feminari. Okay, it's each episode is directed by either Flanagan or Feminari. Okay, that sounds much better than
Mike or
Fimog.
Michael.
I'm not.
Just saw
I'm
that
not
on
gonna try
Tuesday.
again. My brain is not comprehending the G next to the N.
I know. Damn it. Damn language. Wait, did you chat with me? Ooh.
So yeah,
On there.
yeah, I said his
Thank
name.
you.
Like, so
Okay.
I've been learning German, just
Hmm.
not seriously, just
Cool.
like to
I love
fill
the
my
German
time for the past
language.
year and a half.
Oh,
And
cool. Cool.
German, while it is
Mhm.
distant, comes from the same language ancestor as English, which is Old English, which is not Shakespearean English.
Mhm.
Regardless, so there are a lot of similarities between English and German, but there are so many words in German that I struggle to say because
Ah,
just those consonants should not be next to each other in a sentence, in a word. So it makes
yeah.
my brain break, and I can finally do Entschuldigung very well.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
but there are some that I just truly struggle with, like numbers. There's Fünfungswing, which is 30, or
Nice.
Fünfsweising.
Ooh,
It's just,
slicing.
I know, just who
Yeah.
puts an N next to an F in a word? Make it make sense.
Yeah, come on,
And
guys. Just looks like
it's
letter
like
salad.
who creates a rule that's
I
I
know.
before E except after a C, except for every
Except for
other
tons of
word that
words. I
uses
know. Yeah, dude.
there are more words that break the rule than follow the rule.
Yeah, just don't even make a
Anyway,
roll if you're not gonna do it
lang-
all the way.
language is
God.
incredibly difficult, and it's just weird sounds that come out of our mouths that we've given meaning to. That's my linguistics rant for the day. So sorry, Michael Fimonari.
Yeah, yeah. The
Okay,
Minari, yeah.
so
Mike and Michael.
so
Pittsburgh Mike.
uh,
Just call him Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh
Mike.
Mike, he probably, you know what, that's probably what Flanagan calls him.
I know. Like Pittsburgh Mike.
Um,
It's very funny.
anyway, so the fall of the House of Usher. I feel like I
Yeah.
sounded very ignorant with that whole rant, but no, I
No.
struggle with letters and my brain breaks. That's why I just think Wikipedia, of all places should have phonetic spellings next to everybody's names.
Yeah.
Because just because that looks like Michael, it could be Mikhail.
Mikhail, yeah, Mikhail.
Like Niklaus. And
Yeah, Niklaus. Yeah, Niklaus.
uh the Fall of the House of Usher is loosely based on the works of Edgar Allan Poe. It adapts otherwise unrelated stories and characters by Poe into a singular, nonlinear narrative set from 1953 to 2023. It follows Roderick Usher, obviously, who is the CEO of a pharmaceutical company, and his sister Madeline Usher, who is the COO. All of his kids die. He has 5 children, 6 children by 5 mothers.
Dang.
Excuse me.
It's
So
messed
he
up.
got busy.
Yeah, ugh. It's pretty excessive.
So we should have all watched the first episode. So
Yeah.
if you haven't done that, pause this episode,
Yeah. And then come back when you're done watching and then
come back.
listen. Yeah, come back. Oh, that's funny.
Um, so all right.
Okay, cool.
So we've got
Yeah,
Dupin. He
it's French, so it's Dupin, but you could say Dupin is just fine.
okay, Dupin. I was trying to
Dupin?
remember the French pronunciation he used.
Dupin.
French was not a language I learned. I learned Spanish and I learned German.
Oh,
And
French for
let me
me.
tell you, going to the Dominican Republic after spending a year and a half learning German, I forgot to say con leche. I kept wanting to say mit Milch, bitte.
What does that mean?
Con leche, both of those mean with milk.
Oh, okay.
Bitte means please, and por favor means please in Spanish.
Yeah, yeah,
So the waiter was standing there with milk, pouring my coffee in. They were waiting for my answer, with milk or not, and I couldn't remember con leche, con
So you're
leche,
like, yes,
por favor.
gracias.
Yeah, yeah. Language is a struggle always. So the story starts after the 6 children have died, mysterious deaths. So Dupin is investigating these deaths, or wants to know what happened because he was the lawyer prosecuting them for shady business practices. Roderick is like, how dare you? I just buried all 6 of my kids this month. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What
Only
the fuck, Roderick?
on,
They shouldn't die.
only Michael Flanagan is trying to be very smart with this series, so he says it in a lot more words than that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
And based on this first episode, we see that we're going to follow two different timelines in the show that's going to explain how we got to this point. First one starting in 1953 when Roderick and his sister are younger, and then this modern one, which is going to explain how the kids die mysterious deaths. And it's all probably linked back to the past and what he and his sister did. I'm getting incest vibes from Roderick and his sister, and from what I remember of the short story, I'm not far off.
Yeah, well, in the short story, it's like never blatantly mentioned, but there is one detail that insinuates that there could have been incest between Roderick and Madeline. Also, the detail that they're supposed to be twins. I don't know if that's also like they say that in the show. I watched it many weeks ago, so I kind of forget. But yeah, yeah. So if they up the incest, that's good because as they should. Not saying it's a good thing, but yeah.
If they if they up the incest.
Yeah, amp up the incest because well, the thing about the House of Usher is that the two last living siblings, they're like the dude's upset because he's like, yeah, like Madeline's sick. This is in the novel in the story, and he's like, our clan, quote unquote, the Usher clan, has gone on for centuries, but we have never been able to keep it going if you catch my meaning.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. So that's like the only yeah, they've never flourished. So that's yeah. Anyway, please continue. Yes.
Yeah, we're introduced to all of his all of his children one by one after he calls a family dinner, and they're all various levels of rich, not rich
Yeah.
white, but just obnoxious people.
Yeah.
The one I am interested in the most, I don't remember her name, but she's the one with the gray hair,
Oh,
the
Kate
very
Seigel,
pretty.
that's his wife.
Yeah,
Or that's the Flanagan's wife.
is it?
Yeah, dude, they're married. That's why she's in all
Oh,
his stuff. She's so beautiful.
oh, wait,
Yeah. Heck yeah, go on their
wait.
Instagrams.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. They are together.
Anyway, I found out that the reason she has that beautiful gray hairstyle is because of the 2004 Disney movie The Incredibles and the character of Mirage.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
She just went to the hairstylist and said, "Hey, so there's this
Hmm.
cartoon character who had the most incredible hair.
Wow.
Let me,
The so incredible hair from the Incredibles.
yeah,
Mirage. Let me Google her. Oh yeah, yeah. She had like the black dress. So she was like, this girl's like energy. I'm trying to like be like
yeah,
her. Oh, cool.
yes." And
Nice.
so far, I think she's captured that very well.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, she
So
looks
yeah,
great.
I like her the most so far.
Yeah.
This is basically Flan Flanagan reuses all of his characters. I don't know if this is supposed to be set
Yeah.
in the same like anthology series as Haunting on Hill House and Haunting of Bly Manor.
Yeah. And Midnight
The
Mass. Yeah, I don't know.
Midnight Mass, I'm not sure would fall into this because I think there's like a haunted house motif he's going with the
Oh, I got
whole
you.
anthology.
Yeah, it's all the
Yeah.
same people.
But
Give
anyway,
me yeah, American Horror Story vibes.
yeah, he reuses actors a lot, and I'm a little disappointed. Bly Manor, the nanny, not the nanny, that was Victoria Petty, but the head of the house and the chef, they're brother and sister in this, and I'm disappointed because I wanted them to be together in Bly Manor, but she had fallen down the well and was a ghost.
Oh, yeah, yeah, but dude, you have to watch. The
I
first
need to
one,
watch Hill
see?
House.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
gonna watch Hill
All right, cool.
House.
Yeah, you better.
Anyway,
Yeah, you'll love it. You'll love it.
so yeah, watching this, I get what you mean
Yeah,
by
yeah.
Flanagan's work coming off as monologue-y. This was a very exposition heavy episode.
Yeah, it was. Have you seen Midnight Mass though, Sam? You have? Or you have?
I haven't. I know
You
a lot of
haven't?
people really
Okay.
like Midnight Mass.
Well, actually, compared to Midnight Mass, this was more action packed, honestly.
Oh,
So if you think this
huh.
is monologue-y, like Midnight Mass is great, but like it really, really is a lot of dialogue. And when you watch it, you'll see what I mean. But it's still a likable show, but it's like a lot of just standing and
Yeah.
talking. But anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Still, it's kind of his
Which,
thing.
yeah, and I think that's interesting because I don't know if I based on the few Flanagan things
Yeah,
I have seen already. I don't know if I would consider his other stuff monologue because he
yeah,
does do he's responsible, I would
yeah.
say, for the Stephen King Renaissance that happened a couple of years ago with
Right.
Gerald's Game. But then again, Gerald's Game was also monologue just because of the context of what Gerald's Game is.
Right. Yeah.
But still, that was very well done, and I wasn't bored at all with that.
Me neither. And Hill House and Blind Manor are also pretty very exciting. It's just the outlier was
Yeah,
Midnight Mass for me. You'll see when you see
yeah.
it.
And I feel like I am falling with Fall of the House of Usher,
Yeah.
it it's gonna be horror. It's gonna end up being scary. I know it is once the kids start getting knocked off. It's gonna be gory. It's gonna be scary. If there's one thing Flanagan knows how to do, it's
Yeah.
tragic, gory deaths.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Definitely.
like I still think about the handy gloving in
Oh God.
Gerald's Game.
Yeah. Excellent.
Like that was
Well
so well
done.
done.
I know.
Um,
God.
but I haven't watched Succession yet.
Oh my God, dude,
And
I'm on the last episode, bro. Love that shit.
but I have been in the past into these like rich white people doing rich white people shenanigans, and it's always um
You'll love Succession.
yeah, it's always very written fast, very Sorkin like. That's
Yeah.
who I'm trying to think of. Sorkin like, where it's very fast-paced dialogue
Oh
and
yeah.
people trying to sound super smart all the time. And I think that's the
Yeah.
vibe that we're going
Yeah.
to get with Fall of the House of Usher as we watch more episodes, since it is about a ridiculously rich family, well-educated family,
Yeah.
just being horrible.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, whenever we finish this, then watch Succession, then kind of you'll be able to compare. But because of course Succession is like HBO 4 seasons,
Hmm.
and the way they like speak with their jargon, I sometimes I like don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but like exactly as you described. But with this, it's a little bit
Yeah.
low. It's like taken down like one peg from that, but it's still the same. But I like Succession better because of the that uh rich family. This is like too many kids, but still rich. So we'll see what happens in the following episodes and how the personalities develop and stuff.
Yeah. I was gonna say I feel like I'm gonna compare Succession a lot more to Arrested Development.
Dude,
Uh
yeah, I've never seen that though.
ah, you'd like it. The first three
Really?
seasons are very good. The Netflix seasons are okay, but the first three seasons are just
They're good.
like conceptually they're basically the same show, a bunch of kids fighting to inherit the family business
Oh, okay. Oh,
and
all
being
right.
out of touch with reality because they're a bunch of rich kids. The
Yeah,
uh,
right, right. Yeah.
like a one of the running gags is none of them know how a chicken acts. So whenever they call someone a chicken and trying to do the quack 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 quack, they
Nice.
do everything but that. Kind
Nice.
of like how Tommy Wiseau doesn't know what a chicken is. Cheep, 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 cheep.
Yeah, a baby chick. That's really
Uh,
funny. I haven't thought about the room in a long time.
I think about the room constantly. I don't know if I've told you the tragic story of how David and I met our new best friend, but
Yeah.
didn't exchange contact information with him. But I
Yeah.
tried to add him on LinkedIn because we finally found him on LinkedIn. It was a miraculous, like creepy case
Yeah.
of stalking someone when we only knew the basics of them, his first name and where he worked.
Nice.
But we found his LinkedIn and I sent him a LinkedIn request and he looked at my profile and did not accept the LinkedIn request and it was so
No,
tragic.
he viewed it. I hate when people view my
So,
program like, what are you thinking? I
yeah.
can see you
So
do
that's when I
that.
learned the hardest lesson of all. Some friendships last a lifetime, like you and I, and some
Yeah.
friendships last for the duration of the Room 20th anniversary screening.
Oh man. He's probably like,
But
that's my other life, and I don't want to mix my other life with my business life. So he just
yeah,
couldn't do it.
yeah. So Brady, if you're listening to this, Brady like the bunch, you know who you are.
Damn. Maybe his boss never gave him that raise that he promised or his promotion. What is it in the room? The promotion or something for Tommy?
Yeah. Did you get the promotion?
Yeah. He said he would
Anyway,
get it within 1 week.
yeah.
Just like shit. Or 1 month. Yeah, shit. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done.
No,
I'm gonna mess
you're
up.
fine. So before we wrap up episode
Okay.
1, I
Yeah.
will say right off the bat, I don't notice a whole lot in common with the short story uh Fall of the House of Usher by Edgar Allan Poe, other than character names and relationships. I'm sure as we get further into it, we might see more between the two. So
Yeah. Well, the beginning
just
of the episode was the ending of the short story, actually. Um,
okay.
with the young siblings, their mother, how she like died and they buried her, but then they like got
Hmm.
paranoid that she was still alive, and she came back to life, and she came out of the coffin, and she went to that neighbor's house and like killed him or whatever. That's the
Hmm.
end of the short story, except in the short story, the narrator and the brother bury the sister. She comes back to life and kills the brother, and the narrator flees. So it's kind of the same idea
Mm,
because it's night raining. She's covered in blood or mud or wearing a white gown. But
yeah.
that's the only
I'm gonna guess
comparison, and then the names, yeah.
I'm gonna guess they're gonna do that again for the series finale.
Ooh,
Uh
ooh, yeah.
ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Um
they should. What is that? I
yeah.
have to look at the episode titles.
I think it's The Raven Returns, or I think we looked at
It's,
this.
yeah, just the Raven, because the first episode is called A Midnight Dreary, which is just a line from the Raven. But yeah, okay, so we got a
Yeah.
little bit of what happens in the short story. But yeah, the other thing is that every single person, like every single name that Poe's ever written, it has been shoved into the first episode. So I'm like, whoa, there's a lot
Yes,
of
I
Edgar
noticed
Allan Poe
that.
stuff. You notice that too? I was like,
Fortunato.
a lot. Yeah, Fortunato, the Gold Bug Association. Herp, derp, derp. And I'm like, dang, okay, cool, we're going for it, which is fine. I
Hmm.
mean, I love Edgar Allan Poe. This is also I have to consider for people that like have just like kind of on the surface knowledge of his most famous works, and they're trying to have fun, and he's trying to like put it all out there so they can like follow along with anything they might pick up. You know what I mean? Like if they haven't read this, they've
Uh-huh.
read that. So I understand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I think that is a really good thing about Flanagan's adaptations of these classic works with Hill House, Bly
Yeah.
Manor, which is an adaptation of Turn of the Screw, and now this
Yeah.
is it piques people's interest in what the original books,
Yeah.
stories are, so they might go and read them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which I've brought up in the past how you can say a lot about Stephanie Meyer, like how she's racist and doesn't
Yeah.
contribute any of her wealth to the Native American tribe she appropriated from to create her Native Americans.
Yeah.
Not even create, just straight up copy paste
Yeah.
and mutilate
Yeah.
their
I
legends.
know.
But one thing I will always credit her with is she got a generation of girls to pick up books for fun who may have never otherwise picked up a book.
Yeah.
And Twilight was so successful that they did in fact do Twilight inspired covers of Wuthering Heights, Romeo and Juliet, and Pride and Prejudice.
Nice.
I have the Wuthering Heights one because Bella was reading those books because she's not like other girls. So the girls who want to be like Bella are going to want to read those books. So why not reprint them
Yeah.
for those girls? And I feel like Flanagan does that in a not quite as huge way, but
Yeah.
how many people who watched Hill House then went and read Shirley Jackson's novel?
Dude,
Probably
me.
at least
Yeah.
10,
Yeah, at least
at
10.
least one.
Me. Yeah, at least one. And
Um,
I
which is
haven't
crazy
read Turn
because
of the
I know
Screw. Yeah.
Yeah, while I haven't read Hill House, I do know that
Yeah.
Hill House has one of the best written opening lines in all of English literature.
Oh, what is it?
I don't have it
Wait,
memorized.
hang on. I thought you might, you just like, I don't know, might know. Hang on. Hill Haunting of Hill House. Because I forget
I
what the
got it.
opening was.
I
Tell me,
I
tell me.
got it.
Tell me.
Um, no live organism can continue for long to exist under conditions of absolute reality. Even larks and katydids are supposed by some to dream.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the best opening lines of any novel in the English language.
What's that other one that's like everyone says it's the best one? It was the
I
best of
think it's,
times, it was the worst of times. It was
oh,
blah blah
that
blah,
is
blah
Tale of Two
blah.
Cities, Charles Dickens.
Yeah, I haven't read that either, but I hear people say that that's like a well-known first line. But yeah, I like the Hill House one better because it's a horror novel.
Before we wrap this up, we need to talk about the other main character who we were introduced in this
Yeah.
episode, which is Verna, played by uh Mike Flanagan's favorite person
Ugh,
other than his wife, I assume.
yeah.
Carlo.
Carlo.
I merged her names. Carlo Gugino as Verna, a mysterious woman from the Usher's twins past, who takes on various forms, most notably that of a raven to prey on the Ushers. And Verna is an anagram of raven.
Really? Oh my God, I'm so
Sorry, I
dumb.
was just reading her character description.
Yeah,
Very
Ray.
clever, Flanagan. I
Yeah,
see you.
Raven. I feel stupid. I was like, oh yeah, Verna, that's a name. That's like a old
So
school name.
is Verna a real person? Is she an evil spirit? Is she a ghost haunting the Ushers? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Well, if she is Raven, that means she's the narrator of the series. And I don't know, who knows, but that yeah, it's very cool. And she's
Mhm.
smoking hot, so I'm so glad she's in this.
Yeah, yeah. Like when you, that's why I was shocked when you said Kate Siegel was a
I
Flanagan's
know.
wife, because he also
Yeah.
uses Carla in all of his work, it seems.
Maybe more, yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm not complaining. She's gorgeous
I
and so
know.
talented.
Yeah, she is. She's in a
But
lot of stuff too.
yeah. But
Well, yeah.
that is all I have to say about this episode. Watch Saw 2 for next week.
Yeah. I'll do for next week. And then in between doing that, wait, hold up. I just looked up the House of Usher mini series. And then we'll watch Saw 2 and then the episodes of the show. What is the next episode called? It
Is
is
it
the Mask of the Red Death. So that we'll be
that's
watching
right.
that episode and then we'll go ahead and read the spark notes of that story. And that's a very popular
Yes.
one. I feel like a lot of people can just know what happens sort of. Um
Yeah, I think people refer to Mask of the Red Death a lot during the very early days of the pandemic.
oh yeah, they did.
Because yes,
Yeah.
it was because it's about rich people having a party while there's a plague going on, and this guy comes in and kills
Death.
everybody because he's
Yeah,
sick.
death. It's death. Dang, yeah, you're damn right. So yep,
That one I
that's
do
what
remember.
happens. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's the whole plot. And cool. So we'll just refresh on that, watch the episode, see what happens if anything is similar, and then also watch Saw 2 as a palate cleanser. All right, sweet. Sounds good. Yeah.
Palette. So
Which one's the
I
palate cleanser? I don't know. Is that
yeah.
a good thing or a bad thing?
Speaking of Saw, we all know I was sick when we recorded last week, or not sick. I had maybe a cold, maybe weird allergies. I still have sinus things going on.
I still say it
Um,
was the common cold, like you say. I agree with you. I think
yeah.
that just the
But
basic.
I was explaining to my friends how I felt. I was just like, I woke up, wanted to die, and then I went and laid on the couch and watched Saw at 8 in the morning, as you do.
Sam. That's our life though, guys. Like I know that may sound I'm laughing because I'm not laughing at Sam because it's weird. I'm laughing because like same. Like
Yeah.
but you guys are probably like, oh,
Okay.
that's too
While I was
much.
telling that story, I was looking up
Yeah.
Mask of the Red Death because
Yeah.
Prince Prospero. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember for sure if it was Prince
Prospero.
Prospero.
Yeah.
Prospero.
Yeah, like prosperous.
But I'm gonna guess this is the episode where the child Prospero dies.
Oh shit. Is there a kid named Prospero?
Yes, he was
Such a
the
stupid
youngest.
name.
I
Oh
know.
yeah. Is he the one who yeah, okay. I have to
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I think he's the youngest.
that's such a
All right.
stupid name. I would never name my child Prospero. No
Well,
matter
how
what
else are you
era.
going to tie in Edgar Allan Poe?
That is true. That's the only way I can do it is name him Prospero. So Prospero
Yeah.
it is. Prospero
All
Usher.
right.
Yep.
That is all I have to say for this episode.
Yep, same here. That's all. Watch a bunch of stuff, and we'll see you guys next week for Saw 2.
Yeah.
Donnie Wahlberg. Bye.
Why?
I love the creepy dog.